Hello, World of Tank Blitzers. It's Littlefinger. And hey, I'm going to do a quick review on the Caernarvon Action X. Not seen here in the garage. This is the regular Tech Tree Caernarvon. But I wanted to point out that if we go up to bundles here, the Action X is for sale only in containers. And so for me, I am trying to stay away from containers as much as possible. Obviously, the allure is there, but did want to point out one thing that's a little bit different this time with the containers. Maybe a step in the right direction for wargaming, but for each container, you are guaranteed at least one charm. And then if you get 25 charms, you receive the tank. I'm assuming a tank is the Action X. So obviously you'd have to buy this twice, and that would give you 24, and then you'd have to spend another one. So 105 bucks is your max, from what I'm seeing here, of what you would have to invest in order to get this tank. Now, obviously, some other people have not been fortunate with their containers and have spent upwards of $600-700 trying to get, I think it was the tier 10 VK. But anyway, as you can see down here, this is a tank that I have owned, I've sold, and yeah, just recently, if you follow me on Discord, you'll know that I just recently completed all of my Tech Tree tanks, so I now own every single Tech Tree tank in the game. But as you can see for this one, this is one of those that I sold, I repurchased, haven't even played. This is not the tank for me, and I'll get into why as I go through some gameplay that was kindly submitted by Camaro. Alright guys, so first game here on Falls Creek, and as I mentioned earlier, appreciate Camaro 11 for sending these games in and letting me put this quick review together. Now, the Caernarvon. Why did I show the normal Tech Tree tank? Well, there are so many similarities. It's both have the 20-pounder gun that has a super fast reload here. You can see his reload is 4.5 seconds. The reload on the Tech Tree tank is 4.8. So there's a slight difference in damage per minute. The Tech Tree tank 2375. This tank 2517. So what's that, 140 difference? So to me, one strike against it is it fits into that category of high rate of fire, means you've got to be exposed quite a bit in order to maximize your damage per minute in the game. So that's something I am not a big fan of. And if you guys have watched any of my videos, I do talk about that quite extensively. Nor do I really like the big derp guns. If you miss a shot, you've got to wait 15-20 seconds before you can shoot again. Sometimes you don't even need a full roll to kill a tank with only 100 hit points when you're doing 400-500 damage. So so I like guns that fit right there in the medium of medium reload, medium damage. But as a heavy tank, you'll notice here that it does drive pretty well. And that's because they've given it more engine horsepower than the Tech Tree variant. It's over 150 more horsepower, so your power to weight ratio is a lot better, meaning that you're going to get up to your top speed 36 kilometers per hour faster than you would in the Tech Tree version. But you can see here, he's only blocked 640 damage at this point, and that's the main feature to me of this tank is the hull armor, right? So it's a great hull down tank. It's got super efficient gun handling, And the main difference between the tech tree and this is your frontal turret armor. It is 90 millimeters more. So it goes from 165 to 254. So if you really like that, play style of getting hull down, plus as you can see, it's got a little bit of spaced armor on the sides of the turret and obviously the sides of the hull. The side of the turret is also increased from 112 to 152. So you can see it can be quite a bully tank. And just struggling to find places to pen in the front of this tank. So interested to see here. I'm not quite sure what the credit coefficient is. So 2.7k, 3 kills, 63,000 credits. So pretty decent credit earner. I would imagine it's in the 175 to 185 range. And you'll notice in just about every game I'm going to show there are blocked shots. Alright, so we're going to jump into Falls Creek again, but you can see here he's in the Resolute camouflage, a little bit different. Both of these camos are pretty cool. I do like the keep calm and carry on version, but you can see he's going to be really aggressive here, driving straight into C. Obviously that provides him with a potential to get some hull down, and look at that. Bulldog had no chance whatsoever. So this team is just rushing him at the moment. And what are we? 40 seconds into the game and he's got 1,700 damage? That's crazy. It was a suicide team there. Keep in mind on the Supremacy games, getting those getting those capture points does go a long way to helping out with your goals, if you have any, of getting masteries in this tank, as does what he's doing right here, aiming for tracks, because you get then a share of the damage done while that tank is tracked. It doesn't go towards your damage, it goes towards your assistance, like you would get for spotting a tank if you're the only one spotting. So keep that in mind. It helps out with those experience points. And I guess this is part of the reason that he sits here at B and caps B instead of pushing up on these 3 lower health tanks. But the dispersion on this without any equipment is under 0.3, and that's just amazing. You've got 10 degrees of gun depression. There is no complaints, I don't think, of anyone driving this tank of the gun handling. There may be some complaints, I guess, with your pen numbers, which kind of sit right in the middle of the pack at 226. You've got some of the premium tanks like the E75 TS WZ112-2 only have 215, the Chieftain at 212, but you've also got other tanks at tier 8 with bigger guns, more penetration. Lova 234, Mutant the 248. But since you do have such a high DPM, you can certainly run the gun rammer and calibrated shells in order to get that pen number up. Alright guys, so here's a look on a different map. Sorry about that. Those were the 3 games he sent in. But Naval Frontier here. Another supremacy game. This is actually a ratings battle. And he is going to call out that he is pushing on down to A. I love that camo. So you can see here quite quickly up to that top speed. So I think that might take away a little bit of my issues with the tech tree Caernarvon. Just felt that was a little on the slower side. Wasn't sure which way he was going to go here. Does a nice job slowly coming up, making sure he doesn't get blasted through that spot there. Nobody spotted up, so he's going to get into cap. And this poor little panther shouldn't be playing ratings battles, I don't think. He's just turned sideways to people in the middle, bouncing everything. Just making some poor decisions. So, it's like, where's your armor? Your armor's in the front. There's nobody's at your spawn, dude. But anyway, it takes all kinds, I guess. Just farming damage off of him. Got two low health teammates over there. Pull that lucky shot right there. Finally takes the panther out. And he's just holding this ridge line here. There are shots all around him, but he's trying not to keep himself or put himself into obviously a position where he's going to get crossfire. Aim at that eagle. Hits the front gunman there. But this is a patient, very patient game. Like I said, he's not rushing himself into a bad situation. He's done a pretty good job of conserving hit points. And it's 4-on-4. Not sure what this guy was doing. Not sure why he doesn't turn around and help him. With that IS, just decides to bail on out of here. So again, you see some bounces there. He's blocked almost 1,000 in damage now. It's 3-on-3. And there's that IS that just bailed on him. That's so funny. It's like, I'm coming to help you, dude, and you run away. Thanks. Might not have meant to fall off here. But doing a good job of hiding that lower plate behind the rock. Not sure what the T-29 is doing. 2-on-1 now. And this is when obviously that high rate of fire comes in handy. No problems panning the front of the IS-3. So a very capable tank. You know, obviously these are top-notch games. They're not super huge damage games, but very well played. Certainly Ace Mastery's deserved. Lee 5 kills a couple times. So it does seem to be a good tank, but I'm not risking $50, $100, you know, to get it. I just don't think it's worth it. Hopefully it'll come back in, just a regular, and I can buy it knowing how much it's going to be. But for that, guys, make up your own decisions and have fun out there. Stay safe, get educated, not fingered. Littlefinger out.